We have a lot of people in the club with poor thoracic extension. We brought a good bit in the program to help develop it. However, what we've noticed is that intent and effort behind each rep is lacking, and we need to start understanding that we are trying to force the body to change the way it functions, and we can't do that without conscious effort and intent towards what we're trying to accomplish in each exercise that we're going to use. In that being said, we're going to cut down on the amount of exercises we use, and we're just going to focus on 2, maybe 3. We want to focus on 2 from the start here, on doing it right and focusing in on what you need to feel to get the benefit out of this, okay? Start with the Sotts press. Now, lads are going to demo a Sotts press. We're seeing a lot of this, okay? Which is a class if you're training for the sport of Sotts press, and you can relax there, lads, but is doing absolutely fuck all for you to develop your thoracic extension. And from what we mean by thoracic extension, we're looking to develop not only the mobility, but the strength and recruitment in your ability to hold extension in the upper middle back, making your shoulders, allowing you to put your shoulders in a healthier position overhead, allowing your shoulders not to collapse forward to hold the snatch, allowing your shoulders to be stronger in the catch of a jerk. And then the big one, like a lot of people need this, you know, we're not going to name names. We go initials, JB, KC, EB, AM, the other AM, EH, ED, yeah, okay.
Yeah, keep on.
We'll stop, yeah. We'll stop at that. But we need to start bringing this, that unless you feel a massive engagement here with intent when you're doing it, it's pointless fucking doing it, okay? Just forget about it. So instead of doing 20 barbells or 25s and just sitting at the bottom and hacking away on Sotts press, we're just going to refine it a small bit. We're going to be bringing it back to PVC pipe. That is all you need. We're going to use a chair with this, okay? And the first thing we're going to do is, as you set up over the chair, you're going to bring it in the front squat. And what we want is a slight torso lean forward. You're going to slowly bring the body down. And you're just resting on the chair. You're not sitting back on the chair. You're forward there as if you're going into the squat. Now, what we really need to start feeling here is this upper middle back needs to do a lot more work to keep the thoracic upright, and instantly I can see the back starting to light up here. And now as I keep that body forward, we're going to ask lads to do a press. We're going to do a press and hold, and now head up a little bit from there. If we're looking at that position now, we can see, get that torso leaning forward more, good. We can see the mid-thoracic here under pressure. Lads, you should feel that a hell of a lot more than what you did a second ago. Slowly bring it back down to the start position. Get that chest forward again. Engage mid-thoracic. When I'm saying engage mid-thoracic, you need to keep that bum back and force this line, that upper middle back, to be more engaged and upright. And then a slow press. Knuckles square, hold true, forcing that mid-thoracic to light up and slowing the way down and relax. You should feel that like crazy. Anybody who has issues collapsing in the plane or not being able to hold a jerk without throwing the hips forward, you need this a lot. To bring this in at the start, we're only going to, instead of doing loads of shit reps, we need to get people doing this with intent, with intent, and fucking effort. We're going to start 3 times a week for minimum effective load. We're only looking for 3 sets, and we're looking for 5 controlled reps. 5 controlled reps. If you're doing that, that is more than enough for change or adaptation to happen once you're putting in the effort here. If you're really lagging behind on it, do this 5 days a week, because that volume prescription is enough that you can recover from it the next day. Do that for 6 months. After 6 months, you will never need this again outside of maintenance. Yeah, maybe once every 2 weeks or once a week. telling you now, if you do not have that mid-thoracic and you're just letting it lag behind, your cleans are going to suffer, your front squats are going to suffer, your strength development is going to suffer, your pulls are going to suffer. So it's a very, very important mobility and strength drill to start bringing in. So the second movement we're going to bring in is just thoracic extensions on the roller. Quite simple, but a lot of people mess this up then as well. So what we're looking to start with is, if you can see, Laz's has the roller just around the bottom rib here. We're going to keep the bum on the floor. We're looking to create as much of an arch in that mid-upper back as possible. We're going to perform like 3 or 4 roll backs. We're looking to get the trap down to the floor while keeping the bum on the floor, and then just that curl back up. Now you can cross the hands at the start just to open up that mid back. If it's too uncomfortable, you can change it. A bit of support with the hands is fine. And then again, and even 2 or 3 reps on each position is fine. We're going to stop there. We're going to bring that roller up the back. Yeah, so he rolls down, roller comes up the back. A column up, okay? Just think about rib by rib or column by column, whatever way you want to think about it. And we go again, 2 or 3 reps. Shoulders down, traps touch, bum stays on the floor, and engage back up. What you should notice is that every person is slightly different with this. Some people might find it tougher in the lower ribs and roll up again, realize, yeah. Some people might find it tougher in the lower ribs. Some people might find it tougher as they go up the middle back more. But the principle will always stay the same. Bum stays down, touch or trap to the floor as far as you can go, and back up. 1 or 2 reps. Roll up the column again and go again. And even there, that's a good one for Laz now, because we can see the trap is just starting to hang off the floor. So with that, these are the important reps for Laz then. So as he goes down there, he's going to take a breath in, he's going to breathe out and sink down into that position, and then re-engage on the way back up. And all this is about is teaching, do another rep there as well, is teaching the body that it's okay to reach further into this position. So when you find that kind of trigger point or that harder position for you to create that extension, we go down and we go, bum stays down, reach the trap. When you start feeling that trap is floating, breath in, hold, relax out, sink into it, and it's just letting the body know it can reach this extension safely. There's no risk of injury if you go into that position, okay? Reteaching the nervous system a little bit in terms of thinking that it needs to protect itself from going too far into that extension. Their attention, and breathe out and relaxing. Lovely. If you can do 2 or 3 reps, if you can do 2 or 3 reps on each column, and we can superset that in with the Sotts press 3 times a week with intent, with effort. I feel like I'm just absolutely using that word too much, or those words too much, but it makes a difference. You're going to feel a massive change over a couple of months, and then towards the end of that 6 months period, you should notice that all the catches in the clean, all the jerk overhead, even your shoulder position in the snatch will be improving. Just do it, will you?